From the title of the video and probably already have watched the trailer, you know that we will be receiving a new season of Invincible on February 6th. It seems so close, but yet it feels so far away. Since we've received such information by an amazing teaser, we desperately need to discuss on why they cook. Yes, I do know this is just a trailer, so what expectations could there possibly set for us? So much, and we could discuss on it without spoilers. In the first half of the trailer, we're introduced with Nano telling us the drastic increase of Mark's power, with his strength stated to gone up 138%, speed 65%, and his endurance being up to 70%. Now, I know what everyone would be concerned about is where does this stack Mark up against Nolan? But truthfully, we need to dive away from this question, only for now, as it is not shown that Mark will be crossing paths with Nolan this season. So what we should be concerned about is where does this drastic increase in power stack him up to actually living by his name. And also, during the first half of the trailer, we're seen with a few fights or brief instances of Mark hitting someone like the new Darkwing, a gigantic-like character, and the cyborg soldiers that Rick was turned into during the first season. Now, if that isn't enough to show us that Mark has dramatically upped his game, we were also shown with Mark colliding with a huge missile. Now, look, I say missile, but I just cannot identify if that's a nuke. I can't, really compare and contrast and identify which is which. But if someone in the comments can tell me right now that's a nuke, then it's a nuke. And Mark is colliding with a nuke in a trailer. So, as stated before, where does this put Mark? Because there are many more challenges for Mark to be facing. Some even stronger than his dad, as we've already seen with the Viltrumites last season. This question is certainly a concern, as we know Mark will come across new challenges, as it was stated in the last season. The trailer has showed us also that Mark will have an ongoing conflict between him and Cecil, as we are even shown a glimpse of a battle damaged Mark with a hole on his upper left chest, upper right side of his chest. Still, battle damage Mark or him covered in blood. Now to the second and last part of the trailer, we're shown Kid Omni-Man. Yeah, it is Oliver aged up. In the last season, Nolan had told Mark that Oliver's home race age up extremely fast compared to the people on Earth. And on Earth, we don't even live a fraction of Viltrumites' lifespans. So it is quite disgusting putting into that terms of where Nolan sticks his business if she's even more younger than Debbie. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle, but I guess it is Nolan's business. It is Nolan's business. Anyways, as stated, we see Oliver in the trailer, but only glimpse of him, which I think it is more than enough because he has powers already. Honestly, life must hate Mark. We saw how desperate Mark was to develop his powers before he got them, and how much of a shit show it was when he did get them. And just for Oliver to also develop his powers even quicker. But overall, honestly, it's better for us as we get to see a lot of new dynamics between people or more amazing fights between Kid Omni-Man and Invincible. There are so much more things that we can do, so much things we get to see. Speaking of fights, I've discussed in the previous video on my reflections of Season 2. A quick summary is that Season 2 is honestly wasn't the same level of entertaining as Season 1 was, honestly, and it's the truth. I think we all can feel and respect that. But what it truly does for us is build up and expectations for Season 3. I think Season 2 was a good stepping stone to introduce us to Season 3 and our expectations, and this trailer is also showing us that hey, you waited for this long, don't worry, we got us. It'll be as great as it once was, or it's not like it's nothing gone, we're not really worried, it just Season 2 didn't live up to the same expectations, honestly. And I know that truly because of these fights. I know these fights will be amazing as we see Alan the alien attempting to persuade Nolan to join their side on the war against Viltrumites. Now, after the last season, we know that Alan has become stronger than the majority of Viltrumites, so he's not going to stay in prison even if he doesn't get to persuade Nolan to break out with him. And that's another thing. There's gonna definitely be a breakout scene. Alan's not gonna stay in there. He has a whole war to fight. He can beat those Viltrumites in there. So there's so much more that we're going to be seeing. Either way, this should reassure us on either coming across new Viltrumites or the ones we've seen from last season. Both utterly exciting because we've seen the tenacity of these Viltrumites other than just Mark and Nolan. They have so much to offer us. So I'm really amazed. This trailer came out. I'm very satisfied it came out so soon. We didn't wait so long. They definitely gave us something to cook with. And now I'm waiting for the dish to be served on February 6th. And you will definitely see a breakdown of each episode in each season. And we didn't get to see no Amber. Amber was not seen in the trailer at all. I'm very thankful for that. I wouldn't say the Amber and Mark dynamic isn't the best, it isn't the worst, but it's definitely something I did not want to see, and I definitely didn't see because I am definitely for Adam, Eve, and Invincible. Eve and Mark, endgame, honestly, no matter what. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit down the like and subscribe button and comment and share your expectations that you had for this video or your opinion on it, on the trailer as well, of what you think that season 3 might provide. If you think it's going to be a shit show or you're going to be entertained. And if you want to spoil that, I don't know, I don't think it's the best, but go ahead because I've read the comics too and I want to talk about shit. Bye.